from OkieGirlBling'n'Things.com, and today I want to show you how to use this Bernat Blanket Big Yarn and knit with your hands with it. So you won't need no knitting needles or anything, just using your hands. So if you're a crocheter, this is going to be really simple and easy, I think, to catch on to, because you're not having to deal with the two knitting needles and typical knitting. And I think y'all will really like this, so stay tuned and we'll get started. So here's a little piece that I know it's not real little and it's hard to see all of it. There's a piece that I have swatched up when I was testing. I tried doing this with knitting needles. It's hard to work with. I tried doing it with a crochet hook. It's hard to work with. So using your fingers and your hands is just the easiest way to do it. So we'll get started and I'll show you how to. Okay, so to get started, I just have the end of it. And very simply, we're just going to make a slip knot. So what I do is I'm just going to take it and wrap it over my hand twice. Take the back, pull over the front, take the back, pull over the front, like that, and you pull it. So I'll do it once more, just to make sure I get that. So take it, take the tail, wrap it around my hand twice, pull the back over the front, pull the back over the front, and then just grab it and pull it like that. Of course, we're going to have to tighten it down a little bit. We're going to pull the tail and pull it and make it a little bit smaller, enough for us to get our two fingers in. By two fingers, I mean my thumb and my first finger. So all you're going to do is, I'm going to call it, it's like, if you crochet, it's like making chains. So that's what we'll refer to it as. So we're going to chain. And for a decent sized blanket, I'm going to do 31 chains. So what I do is I just stick my first finger and my thumb in the stitch that we've made. And then you're just going to grab your working yarn and pull up a loop like that. So we made one chain. Go and grab and pull up another loop. And the thing is, this part is okay if you make your chains and loops a little bit bigger. That's good, because you probably want to make them a little bit bigger than normal, because if not, the end of the blanket is going to curve and curl in, so you don't want to be tight. So you'd rather pull it and pull up some extra and pull up some extra, because on my sample piece I was a little bit tighter, and when I done it, it kind of curled and puckered at the bottom. So I'm going to do a little bit wider, and that will eliminate the curl at the bottom. So you're just going to pull, and then just do a little extra. So real easy. Just have to work with it. Pull, pull, and I'll just keep doing this until I get 30. Okay, so I now have 30 stitches. And what we're going to do now is make sure this last loop we pulled up is not too big. You might not want it to be as big as your other chains have been, so you're going to pull it down and make it a little bit smaller. And what you're going to do is you're just going to grab your working yarn and pull it through this loop. Like that. So there's a loop. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our yarn. I put it behind my chains. It's easiest to work probably if you're on a table or have it set on a table in front of you. So what you're going to do is your next chain stitch. Poke your fingers in your chain stitch. Pull up another loop. Don't pull it from this side where you're the side where your stitch is, or you're going to pull your stitch out. Pull it from the side with your working yarn. Pull it up. Like that. We have two loops. So, like 2 stitches. Okay, next one, we'll do the same thing. Pull up another loop. So, making a bunch of knit stitches. Like. And we'll just keep working with our yarn behind, away from us. I just keep inserting my fingers in the next stitch and pulling up the loop. And probably a moderate, I mean, it's just a medium-sized loop. It's not too small, but it's not too big. You don't want too much space. You don't create holes in your blanket. So just a decent sized loop. Like mine is as long as my thumb. And then you just keep pulling your loops through. And you just do that all the way down. And I'll show you here in a little bit when I get a little bit farther on. If you lose a stitch, I will show you how to pick the stitch back up. It's real easy. It's not hard at all. And I'll show you how to pick it back up. Finish my row and get back to y'all when I get to the next row. Okay, so now that I've got all the way back to the end and pulled up my loops all the way, you should have whatever number you chain. You should have the same number of stitches, unless you skipped one or something. But so now we're going to go back down the other way, and it's really easy. So row 2 on, it's going to be worked the same way. So we have our loops. We're just going to put our yarn kind of back behind our loops. Start the first loop, and we're just going to grab our yarn and pull up a loop like that. Next loop, grab our yarn, pull up another loop. Next one, pull up another one. See, and then see how it's going to look like. Start to look like knit stitches. Look like knit. So we're just going to take it, and you're just going to keep pulling up loops. And it's super simple. It's an easy project that even kids would probably like to do. I think they would enjoy it because they can make something. Then you don't have to worry about them having knitting needles or crochet hooks. Because I know my brothers, I have to keep all my knitting needles put up, or my brothers want to play and have sword fights. So I keep it put up out of sight, out of mind. So, and that's just what you keep. You just keep continuing doing that. And when you get to the other end, you will go back and do the exact same thing I just done here. And it will continue to grow and be this soft, squishy blanket. And it's really neat. And okay, so I made it again to another end of a row. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show y'all, if y'all come back across and y'all have pulled a stitch out or dropped it, I will show y'all how to pick it back up because it's real simple. So we're going to start as if we're going to do another row and just continue pulling up loops. And so let's say you come here and this stitch has fell out and we've got like a gap. You're going to know it because you're going to have lots of extra yarn and a loop. So as long as you're always facing the front of it where the knit stitches are, knits, not the ribbed back. The back's going to look like little waves, little ripples. The front's always going to look like little knit stitches, like little V's. So as long as you're always going to facing you, what you would do is just grab that extra yarn behind it. You would just grab that extra and pull it through the knit stitch and pull your loop back up. So here's your loop. So all that happens is it flips out of that loop like that, and they're just separate. So you just pull it back up, and then you'll just continue. Pull the next row through. So like that. And so it's real easy to pick up and finish. And then I will get back with y'all when I get it longer and get ready. I will show y'all how to like bind off and take it, so get rid of all the loops so it doesn't come unraveled, so you can finish your blanket. So stay tuned for that. Get your blanket to its desired length. I'm going to show you how to bind off and how to do that. So we're going to start the row like we normally would and pull up loops in the first 2 stitches. So we have our 2 stitches. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put these 2 stitches together. I'm going to put back together like that, my thumb and my finger through them. Grab your working yarn and pull your working yarn through them. So we're going to pull up the loop. So we've binded off those 2 stitches. And we'll continue. So you will now take the working yarn, work the next stitch like normal, pull up a loop, take these 2 stitches, pull the working yarn through them, you bind it off another stitch. So that's how you're going to keep going. Next loop, pull up a stitch, take this stitch and the one you just worked, pull loop like that. See how simple and easy that is? And then it binds it off nice and pretty. Keep going. Next loop, pull it up, take these 2 loops, pull your working yarn through them, another loop like that, and you'll work that all the way across. And when you get to your very last stitch, you will cut your yarn and just pull through that loop, make a knot and weave in the ends, and your blanket will be finished.